Good morning. I am excited to see my sisters. We are doing a microphone check. Hey, Tina.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How about you, Andy? Hey,
Hey, beautifuls.
good to see y'all. Y'all know I'm excited for us to be doing this.
Yes.
Us having conversations. We've been doing it, but we thought it was time that we actually get to share it with you. So we're going to be talking a little bit about healthy conversations during chaos and confusion. We know it's a lot going on in the world. People still have things going on in their actual personal lives that were existing and were still happening prior to all of this pandemic and all of that stuff. So we wanted to get some of this actually in our logs, in our blogs, so that you can see what it is that some of what we're doing to manage during these times and making masterpieces out of some of this mess. So it has caused us to use certain technologies and things that we knew, but it's really it for us. I believe, and you ladies can chime in that I believe it is stretching us to things that we've even done probably professionally. It has now caused us to come together so that we can even help somebody else and to even strengthen our relationships. Would you guys agree?
Agreed.
Agreed. Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. There is power in numbers. And when there's a meeting of the mind, sometimes great things can come out of it. So, yeah, we wanted to be there for y'all.
Yeah. Well, for those who don't know, and you may be looking for the first time, I am Shawana Kendi, and most people know that it's because I cheer for you, and I'm a self-care advocate and mental wellness coach and advisor. I'm today being joined by my lovely sister Sakina, the chocolate box. Tina, just tell them a little bit about you because some people may not even know who you are.
Okay. Well, if you don't know now, you know. Like she said, I'm Sakina. I am the youngest of Chris's girls. That's what we are.
Yes.
Um, and in the upcoming weeks, you will be seeing more of me under that hashtag, the chocolate box. It's going to be a little bit of everything. Just like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get. So stay tuned.
Hey.
Woo! Hey, and on we look at you see that one already. She's ready to go. Let people know who you are, Miss Angie B.
Hello. My birth name is Angela Thomas. Hello. But I'm representing Artisan Outpost. For those of you who do know me are not familiar, and for those of you who don't, allow me to introduce myself. I am a maker. I'm a creator. They used to call it crafters, but it's expanded beyond just crafting. I'm a maker. I'm also a God-filled believer in Christ Jesus. And what Artisan Outpost is a fusion of both my passions, my love for Christ and his people and his message, and my love for making and using my gifting, creating with my hands to bring love, light, and joy to the masses and to get the coins. Praise God. Let your gifts make room for you. But that's what Artisan Outpost is, and you will be seeing more from Artisan Outpost very soon.
Wonderful. I'm excited. It is actually for those who don't know, these are two of five of us. Again, Sakina said that we are Chris's girls. Shout out to our mama. Amen.
Hey, Miss Chris, we love you.
We're excited. So healthy conversations during chaos and confusion. In this time and during this time, I actually did make a few notes. I mentioned a minute or so ago about making masterpiece out of this mess. Uh, we know, I believe both you ladies have been working out of home. We know, Sakina, you've done your job has even required you to do some traveling, which that has been shut all the way down. So now you're no longer traveling and in an office, but you are now home. The same for Angela. She is a part of education, the educational system, in addition to her crafts, which has now caused her to now be home. I'm believing for a lot of people, and then what for me, one of the things, yes, I do. I'm a corporate trainer and all of that, but outside of that, I actually am a pharmacy technician. So for me, those hours increase, which means because of my entrepreneurial business, those things, of course, we know that came in slow way down. So that means I've been out of the house and my sisters have been in the house. Sakina, how has that been for you now being in the house over a month now?
Um, I don't know. I think I would say just be careful what you wish for. I was 80% travel with my job, so I was gone all the time. I was on planes every other day, and I was like exhausted. And I was praying about it, like this needs to stop. And he shut it all the way down. But it has given me the opportunity to spend more time with my kids. I was missing a whole bunch of stuff, so I've been able to spend time at home, spend time with my kids, learn more about them and learn more about me. And it's actually been a good thing. I'm trying to take a positive outlook on it.
Good, good. Angie, what about you? How's it been for you transitioning?
To kind of piggyback off baby sister, it was a result of prayer. Fortunately for me, it's a really great yes answer to prayer for the things that I was praying for, because not in a huge part, but significantly enough, I have had some issues, and more recently, where I needed to start taking off and leaving work and coming home and, taking care of my body. So as a result, that was one of my prayers. Lord, I need to be able to work from home. Is there a way that you could allow me to work from home without losing my income, my financial resources, where I can still be productive, but to take care of my body? So that, with the fact that I've always had the heart and spirit of an entrepreneur, as my sisters do, I guess it's in our genes. Thanks, Chris. To be an entrepreneur, I wanted a way to be made where I could focus on my entrepreneurial efforts, my business, and all of those different prayers, those micro prayers, were answered in a huge yes for me. So in a lot of ways, even though we have our trials and our suffering because of the negative side of the pandemic, God has given me positives. He's allowed me to be home. He's allowed me to, when my body is not doing right, to take care of my body. And with being a month in, love the mug, sis. Self first, whoop. And with being a month in, I've been able to really go hard and focus on my creativity, birthing the business, and just trying to share light and love.
Good. So I guess for me, it's been a little bit of the opposite, where I kind of had more time and was able to dedicate certain things, and I'm still having things in the works. Uh, we know that they're not denied, but we know that there was a bit of a delay. And in that, it was been a lot going on, I know, for everybody in the last 30 days. I'm still just excited. I know a lot of people, because it has been a confusing time for a lot of people, because some things, when you don't because something like this, you can kind of be prepared for, but not really, because you're not saying tomorrow, here it comes. I am grateful that we do have a foundation, so that is something that, mommy gave us. So with that, I've been able to, of course, as always, during any confused and chaotic time, lean on my, and lean in more with my faith, in God, our creator, because we are actually co-creators. So it's exciting for me, especially having conversations with y'all, to know that you guys, it has caused you to really go get into some of the things that you should be doing, and in some cases go all in. With you, Andy, saying it's allowed you some time to really be there and truly hands on with what you do, because what some of you guys don't know is my sister Angie. She's the sister that I've always said, when she was in the line for being blessed, she kind of like just stayed in the line or went around and did some cutting, and she got 2 and 3 and 4 gifts. This is the person that I believe that she, took a good month. She could know how to play the piano. She's one of those kind of people. So
Praise God.
Always, I believe, has been really, truly blessed, and God definitely smiled on her in the gifting and talent area, even though all of my sisters are amazing. They're all gorgeous. They're all beautiful. If you notice, God did a wonderful thing by making us all different shades of melon. He felt that Chris's girls needed from all, we all shades of the rainbow. So for that, really, I believe that is a beautiful thing about who we are as a collective of blood sisters, of blood kin.
Blood
Um,
kin.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She has a t-shirt line, y'all.
Yeah,
A
blood
blood
kin.
kin to show and represent that in our own uniqueness, that we are still a part of the bloodline.
Thank you, God.
Um, so I'm excited. I'm excited. So this has been some time. So the healthy conversations, because we've been doing that. Life does pull us away. So having us to do that, what is it? How have you balanced? I have several beautiful nieces and nephews, some of which are in school. Sakina, what people don't know is that your household was affected in the sense of um, your your middle child, your son. He is actually a senior, so he is currently being affected by what's going on. So the balance in the house with still having two of the three of your beautiful children still being now being two of them now being at home and homeschooled and one being a senior. How is that balancing for you and your household?
Hmm. I'm not having it as rough as some. Many who know my son know that he's pretty introverted, so he wasn't planning to do the whole like prom thing. I think it's more me. I think
Yeah.
it affected me more than him. Although now, with yesterday being like the last official day of classwork, um, it kind of like it's really starting to get to him now. He's like, wait a minute, like I'm not going back.
Right.
Never. Like you're done. Not even, in the fall. Um, but it does give me a chance to, like I said, since I've been home, I'm able to look at more. I'm able to look at their assignments, what they, should be doing, what they need to be doing. And I do take time away from like work to look at this. And I wasn't able to do that before. I'm just glad it happened towards the end of the school year and not, earlier in the school year, because it probably would have been a rough year for everybody.
Yes.
We do have to, even in chaos and confusion, still find the positive, still choosing the joy. I know some people, they'll be like, you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for even trying to say that, because a lot has happened. We know during this time that, people, we have lost loved ones during this, and it has been hard. We have had to, during the chaos, there has been a lot of crying without, it really has. It has been a lot of crying. So everybody, if it hasn't affected your household, I'm pretty sure someone that that this has caused chaos. But I still have to choose. It's a part of my conscious decision to choose uh, the positive, because we don't be like, how can it be worse than this? But it could actually always
Oh,
be
It
yes.
worse.
can always be
Very
worse.
much so.
Yeah. What you
Very
have
much
to say
so.
about that, Angie? I mean, we know that my wonderful nephew, he's an adult, but the things with you being in the school system and those kids that you were very close to and preparing for things even for the seniors at the school, uh, like Kina said, I was looking forward to possibly going to, prom, or even coming down to cheer him and walking across the stage. What does that feel like, you even being in the school system, being in school, and you no longer, now you're at home. Those kids that you love and adore and was looking forward to even doing some of the wonderful craft and work that you do, didn't even get to do that.
Yes, and that sucks. But you have to trust God. It's hard to watch. Because they are still in limbo. We as the administrative team, we're trying to figure out ways that we can somehow still celebrate them. It's hard to watch. But praise God, we have a body of students that are still forging ahead. Yeah, I love them. We were all on track, getting the theme together. Some of the babies were ordering their outfits, setting appointments, and then for this to come to as an abrupt a halt as it did, it was very disheartening. So whatever, I guess, opportunity I'm given, I try to encourage, send out, something through social media. Thank God for social media, especially for those of us who choose to use the tool for good and good work. To reach out and encourage. It's tough. And as an educator, you know that for them, their work-life balance is their schoolwork and their social activities. That's their work-life balance. To just try to boost that with whatever discernment and thought processes that God gives us, yeah, it is difficult. And with my nephew, you know, because I had hopes and dreams. I miss team spirit, miss school spirit, go cheer. Yeah, it kind of made me sad, but I know that God has a purpose and a plan for all of his decisions and what he allows.
Still do something.
Yes, we're
Yeah,
gonna do something.
we know that
Something shall be done.
something is coming. Um, and like I said, I'm excited that we paused for the cause to come together for this, even for this little short window, because we're going to do more of this. There are going to be more parts to come. What did you, even for this first edition, guys, this first edition of Healthy Conversation, I know, what did you want to say? What did you want to add? Yes, ma'am. Was that the church? Did she give us the church name?
She put up the church for me.
It was for Uno, the first edition, darlings.
Oh, the first edition. Wonderful. What would you like to add just before even this first edition comes to a close? Because we're going to definitely continue this conversation. So you guys make sure you stay tuned and all of that, because we're excited about this. I'm excited. I like what we're doing. What did you want to add in this edition? We'll start with Angie in this edition of Healthy Conversation.
What did I want to add?
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, thank God for this collaboration with my siblings. Thank God that he's united us in our faith, our belief, and then in our drive. Entrepreneurs, maybe, you know, because we're also different, melanin aside, but in a lot of ways we're also different. He chose us to be in the same blood kin family. So maybe this is going to be part of that fruition. So I'm excited for what's to come with the Self First movement and all of my sister's endeavors, Miss Kennedy. And then, oh, the chocolate eclair of the family, the baby sister, the pièce de résistance, the best for last, Miss Sakina, the chocolate box, not to be confused with any other chocolate box, honey.
The
And
chocolate
then
box
our artisan
two
outpost.
X's.
Yes, 2 X's. So I'm just looking forward to what's to come as a collaboration with other like-minded individuals, entrepreneurs, leaders, influencers of that sort. And just, yeah, stay strong, people. Stay strong. Use whatever resource for positivity that you can. If it's a person, if it's something on YouTube, if it's what you love to do, your hobbies, your craft, or your family, find a way to remain calm and be positive.
Right. All right. Sakina, Miss Chocolate Box, that chocolate box.
Well, I'm not, most people who knows me know, like, I'm in the background. I don't do a whole bunch. I think I did my first Facebook Live video since this all started.
And it was so good.
Because I'm a background type of person, so this is all new to me. I'm using this time to step outside of my comfort zone and do some things different, to do some things that I've always wanted to do, to change some things. But also now that we are in the time, even prior to the pandemic, just with technology, we're living in a time where we can bring other people in and share our experiences with everyone via technology. So that is what I'm using this time for. I have some changes that I'm making in my life, and I want to share them so that I can maybe, during my journey, bring somebody along that may need help, and we can all do it together. So that's what I'm doing during this time, trying to be positive, using this for positivity, because life is what you make it. I can sit at home and be sad and cry every day and not use this time, and then when and if we go back to, you know, humdrum life as it was, regret all that free time that we had, and I don't want to do that. Yeah.
What about you, Kennedy?
Well, again, I'm hippopotamus happy. I think this is that. I mean, that's how big that is for me. That's how big.
That's big. That's big.
Grande.
Grande. Yeah. It is. It's cool. We're gonna be even, you know, sharing this platform with some of our extended family, because what is it? The hashtag you're right again. We are all in this together, and we have to be better about finding ways to make it work and work together because we are better together. We know that by design, the enemy doesn't want us to work together because the enemy knows how powerful we can be with great collaboration, right? So it's all about the right partnerships, the quality networking and things and helping people up. Everybody is not a crab trying to pull somebody else down. There's really truly some great, amazing people in the world. And that's why we have to be okay to do what I say, I actually call it even ABCs, accept certain things that are happening, even though we didn't cause them. There's some certain things that right now are happening and we're going through them, right? We're not stuck because being stuck is a choice. So we have to acknowledge that this is happening, this did happen, uh, be bold and brave enough to push through it and actually try to make the best of it, even in the mess. You can still get a masterpiece out of a mess. It's been done time and time again. And then, with courage and confidence and being courageous to forge and say, like you do, start something new or even dust off something that this may be the season for it. You guys know I love music. I'm a worshiper. And what is it? What did it say? This is what? Open door season. The worst of times for some is still the best of time for others. Yeah. So what is it? Necessity is, what is it? It's something about the where there's a need, there's an opportunity. And we have to seize this opportunity that God has given a lot of people, that our creator has given the co-creators opportunity to do something with this. And so I'm so glad that we're not choosing to waste this. So again, I want to thank you for what we've been doing behind the scenes, that now we are willing to log it and even share with other people, because some people need to know. We see families and even families that have sisters. I ain't gonna call no names, but you can make it work. This is what God allowed and chose for us as a collaborative, and He chose us to come by way of Miss Chris. So it's like, to continue and make our legacy, because children are watching. Not only children, but our what people are watching. People are watching. They listening. And they want to see how we're responding during times like this. And it's us being open and honest and authentic. Because that's authentic. Yeah, authentic. Showing up right now where they can see, yes, have we cried? Yep. Have we been angry? We sure have. Have everything worked out? No, it has not. But still standing strong in our faith and saying, it's not only going to be all right. I say it's already all right. Because do you agree? It's already all right. Agreed. And again, it's a mindset. We get a choice. Things happen. Recognize it. Actually give it a name. Call it what it is. If you're hurt, say, why am I hurt? Call that name. We need to stop pushing stuff under the rug, right? Yes. We know we have to be careful in our responses to our reaction to stuff, right? Yes. And I think in us being older, we're being better about it and able to try to balance and understand each other as even not only women, but as sisters, because we are all different. We are.
But it's a beautiful thing. It's like a bunch of flowers, a bouquet. Yeah.
Like an assorted box of chocolates.
Oh, yes. A
right.
quilt, baby, of loveliness.
So thank y'all for hanging out. We're gonna do this again. This is our first one. So y'all, we gonna do this. I'm excited. What you gotta say? Because she being calm, but that one,
she lit.
As you can see, that she's a comedian. Yeah, that one is a comedian.
Oh, Angie.
Yeah.
Oh, praise God. It's my parents.
Bless you.
Oh my goodness. So thank you. Let me see what we got. We still got. What did you want to add? I'm watching the clock. We know how this thing works. We still got a couple more minutes, so this is kind of free form. But again, thank you guys for joining. You make sure you stay tuned for our next one, because we are coming back.
Those faces kill me.
What you say?
Those faces,
What
like
choices?
those faces.
Oh, the Kennedy faces. Oh,
Yes.
they classic, baby. It's classic.
You know, I heard that song. I'm a classic man. Like when you said that.
Where you moved? I
I,
love the fashion. I love the fashion.
I, I heard that. I'm a classic. We need some. We gotta get some music. Like
Original scores.
you know
So we
that.
won't get sued.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the things that I wanted to say when you were talking about people confronting their issues, that just reminded me of one of my favorite sayings. Without confrontation, there can be no resolution. Confrontation does not equal chaos, violence, vengeance, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just acknowledging it, being bold enough to address the situation. No third party, no grapevine, no going around, hiding off in the cut. Acknowledge your issue, whatever it is, and you can do it in a professional and if you are a believer in a Christian way, but without confrontation, there can be no resolution.
Good.
I'm gonna leave you
Good.
with that. I'm gonna leave you with that.
Yes. So
Hi, Keena.
look, we still have, so with that, we still have, so what you want to say? What you want to add? We're talking about healthy conversation. Come on, lady.
Well, okay. Like we kind of talked about yesterday, I think we need to, since we're talking about healthy conversations, be mindful. Since people are going to be watching this, I need people to understand that you have to be mindful no matter what your feelings are about what's going on. Because there's a lot of people who still are taking this situation extremely lightly. There's people who think that it's not real. And unfortunately, until it affects you personally, you may not get it. And that's fine. But I think you need to just try to be mindful of what others may be going through because somebody has experienced loss through this.
Extreme.
And nobody wants to always hear you talking about how it's fake, it's not real, or whatever your thoughts are negatively, when the person next to you might be suffering because they just lost somebody dear to them. So be mindful of, what you're out here saying and spreading. Keep it to yourself.
Wonderful. That's true because we know there's different people, there's different personalities, but in a lot of places all over the world, this is it's real and it's heavy and it's big and it definitely made its way that it cannot be ignored, even though people are trying to ignore it. Uh, what is it? As what Spike Lee, do the right thing, do the right thing, and if it's not for you, do the right thing for the people that you say that you love. Right?
Yeah, the people that you affect, the people that God allows to come across your path. Words are powerful. We believe that the power of life and death is in the tongue. Your words are powerful. You could break somebody or make somebody with what you say.
Yeah.
And also during this time of reflection, if you're not doing a physical work like us kicking off business or revamping business or whatever, do the mental work. Do the inner work. Right now might be a time to reflect on your relationships. Maybe, see, like me, I'm here alone. I'm a single. I'm not a spouse. My son is super grown. So I'm by myself. That would allow me a lot of time to do introspection. You might have a house full of kids or a spouse you got to attend to, or you're still working online and your schedule is still like as if you were in a brick and mortar.
Yeah.
But if you can, squeeze out the time to do the mental work. Maybe if you have the free time, maybe it's time to reach out to that person or journal it. That's not a plug for the stationery from Artisan Outpost. It's not. But journal it, get your feelings out, and maybe this might be an opportunity for you to have a healthy conversation, a crucial conversation, and get those kinds of resolves. So coming out of this, when we come out, time won't be wasted with you being able to tie up some loose ends and to be productive on the mental end and the healthy, getting rid of the junk. Unpack the junk. That would be something this one would say. Unpack the junk, people. Come on, let's release now. Yeah. So, do the mental work too. Get your finances in order, healthy thinking, look at the books, look at your own personal books, get those bills out, do some balances.
I get it. I know what you're talking about.
If something is left, Be mindful of how you spend that stimulus check, boo. That's a healthy piece of conversation for you. Marinate, marinate.
Yeah, you do. It is. It again. We get to do what we do. We get to make the decisions that we make, and we don't count it lightly to have the things that we have. It may not be as much as some others, but I'm so grateful
So
for
grateful.
what God is doing, still doing in this season. He is still doing some great things. He's doing some humongous things, and I'm excited. So again, thank you guys for joining us for this edition of Healthy Conversation. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Sakina, the chocolate box, more to come, Artisan Outpost, and B, that's, yeah, yeah, yeah. Again, these are some sisters that we coming together for some healthy conversation that I believe this is the time, this is the season, and we're excited about it. So stay tuned. And matter of fact, because we're going to be doing some other stuff, we'll let you know where you can find us, uh, not only individually but as a collective, to possibly share this information with someone you know or love, and just wanted to see some people come together and just have healthy conversations. So again, I am Shawana Kennedy. That's Angela Thomas, and that is Sakina on that. Look at them. That's the chocolate box. And we wave to our people. Yes, yes,
Hey,
yes.
babies, we love you.
Thank you guys so much. Look, we'll see you next time for more of Healthy Conversations with the